the public to help them fill in key gaps in the timeline the night that 4 students were stabbed to death as the investigation continues in Moscow, Idaho. Now, part of that timeline includes a party at a fraternity house where investigators believe Xana and Ethan were at some point before they returned home. Senior national correspondent Brian Inton is live in Moscow. And Brian, you spoke with the president of the Sigma Chi fraternity house.
Yeah, Nicole, this was our very first time speaking with the president of that fraternity. You know, they've really been under the microscope because we know 2 of the victims were at that fraternity house a short time before the murders. The president says they are fully cooperating with the police. The flag is at half-staff at the University of Idaho Sigma Chi fraternity house. The last place victims Xana Kernodle and Ethan Chapin were seen alive, according to police. For the first time, we are hearing from the fraternity's president.
I knew them. Ethan was always in our house. Xana was a good friend before, Ethan even came up. But that's all everyone wants to talk about right now because I actually have class here in like 15 minutes.
Sigma Chi President Reed Offson says the fraternity is cooperating with the investigation. The fraternity is about half a block from the house where the murders happened. Does anyone know where they were during that timeline? Like, there's still this big chunk where...
As of right now, we've told Moscow PD, Idaho State Police, and the FBI all we know. We're kind of leaving it up to them to piece it together. Obviously, we don't have the utilities or research to do it on our own, so we're just putting full faith in the detectives doing it. But that's all I heard right now.
Moscow police the time frame between 9 p.m. the night before the murders on November 12th and 1:45 a.m. when Ethan and Xana were believed to be at the Sigma Chi house.
Welcome back to my Mental Health and Crime channel. This is the case of the Idaho 4. This is all my thoughts, my speculations. Today I'd like to analyze the interview, the body cam with Bethany Funk, one of the surviving roommates who lives in the first floor. Bethany Funk was the last person to see Ethan and Xana. They went to the Sigma Chi fraternity party together, and Bethany Funk left around 12 at midnight and went to a friend's house somewhere in Taylor Avenue. She can't remember the address. Quite strange. DM was home by 1 a.m. BF said she was home by 1 a.m. too. She said she saw Xana and Ethan lying and chilling on a couch at the Sigma Chi fraternity party. Let's not forget, BF is supposed to have exculpatory evidence. She heard firework like a firecracker with a spark. Let's listen to what BF has to say. I personally believe that Detective Blake did a great job in questioning BF, Bethany Funk. If you look at the timing, it happened on the 13th of November, the same day the quadruples happened at 13:43:09 seconds.
What you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy. We're going to go from there, okay? What's your first name? extremely going to show. And your last name? And your date of birth? And what state you're in, Nevada?
Nevada.
Do you have your phone here with you? Okay. Doing is taking people's phones for a little while. We're gonna try and because I don't know if you called anyone or made any phone calls or anything like that. What we do in an investigation like this is we try and collect as much information as we can. Okay. Anything that might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone would be extremely useful for us, even if it's something that you don't realize. Okay. And we'll try to get that phone back to you as fast as we can. Okay, is that okay with you? Okay, so this is your phone here?
Yeah, can I tell my mom?
That's fine.
Text me.
Your mom real quick. Yep. And then what I'm gonna need is your passcode from your phone, or here between the two of us, we can even turn off your passcode, okay? Okay. Do you have any other social media type sites?
I have.
Those the big ones?
Yeah.
Alright. So we're going to kind of go back and try and get a little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night? More specifically, if you were by yourself and not with a group, what
Ethan was in the house, so it was Xana.
So you're with
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you're with Ethan
And Xana.
Xana?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that for me?
Xany. Or ANA, sorry.
X-A-N-A.
NA.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to... Sometimes it helps me put names together. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night, is that right?
Yeah.
And do you know Ethan's last name?
Keenan. I don't know how to spell it.
That's fine. And Xana's last name?
Kerniddle.
Do you know spell it?
I think it's Kerno. Maybe another OT, probably or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so you were with them at 6. What time did you guys get to Pacific guys last night?
Around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, were you guys just at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you left from your house.
Ethan was that formal because he went with his sister. She didn't have a date, and then
Okay.
we were just hanging out at our house. And then he came over, and then we all walked over together.
Okay, so that was you, Ethan, Xana. Was there another person with you? Or just the three of you that
Maddie
walked over?
walked over with us.
Okay, and that's who's
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Is it N-A-D-D-I-E?
Her real name is Madison, though, I believe.
Okay. So you guys all walked over to, as you were there about 8:30. Okay. Were you guys all pretty much together, or just kind of mingling throughout the house most of the night?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kaylee. And most of the night, but then one of my friends came. Her name's Steve, and I hung out with her the rest of the night.
Okay. And who was that?
Her name's Yes.
Can you spell it for me? Okay. And his last name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, and her full name is bigger than that.
Okay, that's fine. You have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
It's on your phone. Okay, we can get that in a minute. Okay, so you were with, and at that point, Ethan and Xana were just kind of hanging out still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know, maybe like 12-ish. But that could be wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And where's that house?
It's just like up the street. I don't know the address.
Okay, up the street from...
Simakai,
Okay.
kind of.
So you guys are at Sigma, so you're walking back towards...
We walked back towards my house and then went up this way.
So like when you got to Taylor Street, you went up? So if you walked all the way from Sigma News...
Or
Sigma, sorry.
yeah. You know the apartments, the whites?
Yep, I know the whites.
It's like that street, that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Do you know roughly where on Taylor? Or does she live maybe in one of the other off streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like one of the end houses by the nurse. I don't know how to explain it.
Alright. Okay. And whose house is it that you went to?
It's... And I don't know their other roommate.
And... Okay. Alright, so you're at this house. How long were you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then I left by myself and went back to my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. No one else was home yet.
And is another roommate or what was last name?
She's a bathroom.
Oh, okay. And
Actually, don't remember her last name right now.
that's fine. And does live with you guys too, or just
She's
visit?
just a friend.
Okay.
And then she left.
Do you know what time she left at?
No.
Okay. But you were all watching.
Vampire Diaries.
Okay. And anything happened during that time period?
No.
Okay. But you were all watching.
Vampire Diaries.
Okay. And anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Okay. Do you know who else was in the house at that time?
No one.
No one? Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay. And they got home from the club. Do you know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
It's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
Okay.
2 something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them
Like
in
1:45, 2, something like that.
So near bar break, I guess.
Right?
Like near bar break.
What was that?
Bars are only close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to Broad Truck after, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What did you do after that, after Maddie and Kaylee got home?
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little. And we talked, and then Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee the dog. And then I said I was gonna go to bed because I was tired, and she said she was gonna go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was wanting to sleep, And she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out? Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
Probably like 3 to 30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And where'd you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door in the kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off the Taylor,
It's the big white house up there.
all the way at the very top on the right?
Oh, well, it's technically on Coleman, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Clean Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of
Yeah.
tucked back just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bethany Funk said that she went to the party with Ethan and Xana around 8 p.m. Ethan went with his triplets and his sister Maisie, his roommate. Betty party. Betty Ball. Bethany Funk said that Ethan came home and they all went to the Sigma Chi fraternity party. She saw Xana and Ethan there chilling. She said she left the party at 12 p.m. and went to a friend across the streets of Sigma Chi in Taylor Avenue. Strangely enough, she couldn't remember where in Taylor Avenue, but she gave a description. She said she left around 12:40 from Taylor Avenue and she reached home by 1. DM would have been home at 1 p.m. too, according to the timelines we were given. The question is, who else was home with them? BF said they were watching Vampire Diaries. So did DM. BF said that she had a toothache. But what is strange is that BF and DM were texting each other until DM ran downstairs to BF and she saw Xana lying on the floor. So it doesn't add up. Strangely enough, BF did not see Xana and Ethan. Neither did DM. She saw Xana later on the floor. When did Xana and Ethan come home? And were they unalived before they came home? Is my question. How come BF did not answer Maddie Morgan's call at 2:57? Sorry, at 2:53. That was right after Maddie and Kaylee made the last call to Jack D. Let's go back to the text message, November 13, 2022. At 2:10, DM texts Eric Gower, the Uber driver, inquiring if he was driving. 2:13, Eric Gower texted DM confirming he was driving. So was this a code language? Eric Gower DM and Eric Gower and all these youngins know each other well because there's only 4 drivers. 2:53, Mary Morgan calls BF. Why isn't BF mentioning that? Why was these text messages released? And then it goes silent from 2:53 to 3:51. Almost an hour. I find that to be strange. DM is actually creating a new contact in a phone. That's at 3:51. After it was silent for almost an hour. That is when something happened to Maddie and Kaylee, I believe, at 2:53. DM knew what was happening. She heard the rummaging upstairs. I personally believe DM and BF were safe. Whether they were involved or not, they knew they wouldn't be touched. This is all staged, I believe. In my opinion. I believe all the unalivings were done by 3:30. When DM is showing her middle finger. This is all the text messages. So if BF was having a toothache, she was fine with sending all these text messages. Why didn't she call 911? And she's saying to the officer, to the detective, it wouldn't have made a difference, it was too late. Why did they all say that? They heard an intruder, they heard firecrackers and sparks, fire sparks. Why wouldn't you call 911? Unless you feel safe, in my opinion. Doesn't take 8 hours. BF is sending an outgoing message on Snapchat at 4:23. What I'm trying to say is DM and BF are communicating fine. They were texting each other in the middle of an active quadruple. DM saw the alleged suspect, which I don't believe one person did it, in my opinion. She saw him face to face and he did not touch her. This doesn't make sense. Who would leave a witness? DM and BF were busy on social media and on their phones. When was she having a toothache? Is my question. Look at the timeline. BF calls her dad. BF calls another number. BF calls home. DM is on Instagram. Nobody's calling 911. Well, DM and BF's phone is active. At 10 to 11:53, DM is on Instagram. She's not even calling 911. Pay attention. The whole college knows by then, or half of the college, except the police, in my opinion. Pay attention. This is what's going on. And then they decide to call 911 at 11:58. And then at 1 o'clock and 3 p.m., the vandals alert is put out. Something is not right. Pay attention to this picture. The date downstairs is on the 13th of November at 3:33 at night. So was this before or after the quadruples. DM got Kaylee to be a +1 for the sorority party on the 11th. What happened there? Why didn't the detectives check Visco? They were putting up pictures, especially DM and BF. Yikia, Instagram, Snapchat. Why didn't they call 911? This person with the mask was seen at 3:30 a.m. the same night in front of 1122 King Road. It was on GS Snap. It's untraceable. Okay, so I looked at Dylan's Visco page and she's got a photo left with a boyfriend on there, both wearing ski masks. The right photo is the rumored ski mask photo that apparently seemed to be around the house at the time of the unalivings from Snapchat. Could it be a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidence. So one of these masks, the one on the right, happened to be inside the house. Could it be the one in DM's room? Allegedly. Let me know, guys, what you think. DM took this picture at 3:33, just like the picture with her and Kaylee. Where was Kaylee, Maddie, Xana, and Ethan at this time? Let me know what you think. It's interesting to know that BF was at the fraternity party, the Sigma Chi, with Ethan and Xana.